people. Alan, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us why you joined Rotary?
I joined Rotary in 1995. I had opportunities prior to that, but I was just a busy guy at that time with family, community kinds of activities, I guess. But actually, I was coaching the Rotary Little League baseball team. I did that for 12 years and had great memories in doing that. And at that time, as a matter of fact, every year we were invited to the Rotary meeting, which was at the Virginia Gentleman at that time. And they would host us and we talk about the year, that kind of thing. But there never, growing up here, seeing Rotary, there was never a question in my mind about the organization, the contribution this organization made. I wasn't familiar externally to our community till I really became a Rotarian. But I was real clear all the work that they did and certainly still do in our community. Through the years, I'm one of those guys, once I'm in, I'm all in. I was elected to the board and I went through, at that time, you went through, I think it was 7 years before you became president. But you went through each one of the board members' positions and covered that. And then I was chairman of golf committees and all the things you young guys are doing today, which I appreciate what you're doing. But through that was president in sometime 2005 and I don't know what else I can say. I still value this club and what we do and our organization. I'm a perfect attender. I hope to continue that. I'm working on 27 years, but even when I'm not here, I'm being an R85 guy. I don't like that. But even if I don't come to a meeting, I'm marked as attended. I've never accepted that. And I make up either online or Zoom's been great for me, especially the last couple of weeks. But I enjoy your company, and even though I recognize faces, not always names, I do truly appreciate everything you're doing to keep this club and Rotary going. It's a great organization, and our club, I think, is still highly regarded in the district and even beyond. So I'm proud to be a member of the Rotary Club of
Okay, wait.
I don't want to go after him.
You two can be president after you see this hair here today.
Right, no. So I joined because Brett made me, and so I was in a group with him, and I just wasn't getting out what I wanted out of it, and he had been talking about Rotary forever, and I finally put my big girl pants on and wanted to help the community a little bit more, which I really wish I would have joined when I was younger, because now that I haven't told you another story, but now that I have a daughter, I know, sorry. Now that I have a daughter, I'm glad that she is in Rotary with me at a young age, because she's going, I hate you so much. She's so mean, I'm sorry. She got her first early act sweatshirt and I cried. I was so happy. I'm like, she's only in second grade, so she's not supposed to really be in it yet, but we're helping Quincy thinking what doing. And she is really excited and she's like, it's early act day. And it makes me happy to be a Rotarian that my 8-year-old is excited about Rotary and early act and helping the community, and it just makes me feel good. But the reason why I stay is, obviously friendships in here, helping the community, and, I really like to learn about community, like having speakers come in and talk. It makes me feel like I have a one-up on other people that don't know about community, and I think that's fascinating. That's it. That's all I have. I'm not like 37 years. George.
I joined because Alan joined. I joined a while back and I remember honestly, we were in the Virginia Gentleman and Donovan service, so I went to no, but Rotary for me, when I came to the point in life where I wanted to do something for the community and something more meaningful, I'd heard about it, and frankly, I was cooking a lot of stuff, and so I was going to a lot of parties, and people said, "Well, you want to join our Rotary Club?" And I said, "Well, I don't know anything about it." No, it was always Joe Silent's dad, Joe Silent, brought me in, and so did Sam Duckerman, Marty Duckerman's dad. And those two guys both were kind of stellar in the community, and then people like John Marlowe and Andy Guest and Courtney Carball. A lot of names you all may have heard or not, but they're all really good people. And the thing that Rotary always did is just set the bar high, and the legacy that remains with this club as a result of a lot of its early years, you're keeping that going. And that's really vital, it's really important to the world around us because it's so heavily and hardly needed. So keep that in mind, because you play a very, very important role. It's not just coming on Friday, which actually is one of my favorite times, come on Friday. It's stupid. So I enjoy, I like to laugh. I like to share good stuff. I always appreciate that. I hope you all. Thanks.
The first one, I think it's important we have new members, we have people that you may not know, and so this just gives you a little glimpse into them. So when you're sitting at a different table, you know who you're sitting across the table from, and you know why they're here and why they want to serve. All right, we have Club Health and Welfare. I messaged Debbie about Rick last week, and he came through surgery well. And she was expecting a release at the next day, but I haven't been able to get back in touch with her yet. So hoping everything's okay there, and I'll check and follow up if anybody else has not. Anything else that I don't know about? No? Okay. Birthdays and anniversaries. Let's see. Wedding anniversaries. Today, Rick and Debbie celebrate 33 years. And on the 2nd of November, Jane and Joe Salick celebrate 26 years. Member birthdays on the 30th, we have Carol Dodson and Greg Drescher. We have no spouse birthdays this week. And then member anniversaries, I covered these before, but I'll say them again because it's always worth it. Eric Adamson celebrates 48 years on the 1st. Nikki Foster celebrates a year with us on the 29th, and George McIntyre celebrates 43 on the 1st. 43, 44, 44, 43. Okay. Now we got it. Okay. Happy dollars. Let's go ahead and do happy dollars.
Yes, Father. I'm glad that this, I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be able to do RILA again, once again, in December is coming up. So it'll be sort of the normal format back at Virginia Tech. And it looks like Warren County has 6 attendees, right? And I think it has 5. So
I'm happy that, well, a couple things. I'm happy that, maybe I shouldn't show up to the cash fair anymore because I actually won money this time. But instead, I was down in New Orleans, which that could have its own $100. But I was elected and inducted as the president of the Zeta Beta Tau International Foundation, which is my fraternity's, college fraternity's 501c3 arm. I've been involved with my organization since I was initiated in 1993. Never quite stopped. I'm really proud to be able to take this on the next 2 years, be in this position. So I'm really happy about that.
I'll put it in later. It's fine.
I got you.
I'm gonna get my steps in. I have $1 because I am thrilled to know that we have 11 joined RILA. I'm super excited about that. They made me sweat for all this time because today's the deadline to get all the applications in. And we didn't have anybody for a long time. And you know that building RILA again is just one of my main goals this year in my presidency. We need to build youth, so I'm very, very excited to see about it. Okay, announcements. Last week we talked about the Hurricane Ian disaster relief, so you can go to the district website and donate there. So please don't forget that if that's something that you would like to go help out our fellow Rotarians down in Florida. Christy, do you want to give us an update on Doc Smith?
I do. So, brought sugar, we now have the raffle tickets, so, you just need to come get this one, if you have any bags of sugar you brought, and take it here. Every bag of sugar is one ticket, and the Visa gift card, they're $250, $100, and $50. What we're doing. So, but we have 175 bags of sugar, and I think we're about 30, so we have a long way to go now, so everybody will help out. We are, also accumulating lots of food, and so we're looking forward to that. I was able to get chicken legs from 50 cents a pound. It's pretty awesome, you know. In the freezer. That's right. So we're looking forward to that. It's coming up in December, and there'll be some more announcements coming out about Doc Smith. But thank you all for your support.
Thank you. Monster Mash Cash Bash. Wow, we had some amazing costumes there. I think this is probably the hardest year to pick. Well, yes, Blake was on the committee and Laura, and you guys did a great job. And our own Amy Ryman won with the most donations, so she was our top costume winner. November 10th, we have Forge for Polio at the Bushel Club. Come out, have some fun, have a drink. It's a great cause. Did they record your polio when you were one time? All right, we'll have to get Brett to talk a little bit with you. Just give us a brief on his trip to India for polio. But we'll get you to do that one time. Debbie, can I get the attendance report?
President Lori, however, we have 21 in person members and 7 online.
All right. All right, so today we're gonna do a little housekeeping. We had a scheduled speaker that had to cancel, so we're gonna take care of a couple things that help us run efficiently. Amber, do you wanna invoices went out, Glenn, Laura, what do you want to talk about? They went out. They went out. So please check your email and. Please pay your invoice so that Laura and Amber don't have to. All right, okay. And we're gonna have a couple of board members talk about committees. When I came into Rotary, one of the things that when we did the fireside chat, we just recently had one of those for new members, and it's a lot of fun, and it was hosted by Rick and Debbie Novak. One of the things that you were told at the end was that you needed to find 2 committees that you wanted to serve on and sign up for those committees so that you could be an active part of the Rotary Club. It takes all of us to do this, and you can't have a club that runs on 5 to 10 people because that club will not thrive. So it's very important to have everyone be active in this. So I have a sign up sheets up here. So once they give their oral presentations about their club service and ways and means and everything, you can come up if you're not already on a committee. If you are, would you please do me a favor and go ahead and sign up again? And I'm also, in a minute, while if one of them is doing their presenting, I'm going to go ahead and send out a sign up genius link to you. And you can sign up online if that's more convenient for you. And for the people that are online and they're not here, they can sign up for a committee as well. So let's start. Holly, you want to go first? And
I just made her host.
okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear.
So you can't hear me?
That's your committee now, huh? Are you plugged in? Sound.
Okay, Holly.
Can you hear me?
Holly, say something.
Can you hear me? I'm getting a lot of feedback. Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Are we good?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I oversee the Ways and Means Committee, which includes the Haslett Golf Tournament, which currently Ken Evans, Rick Novak, and Katie Toole all oversee. And that is usually in September. Actually, I think it's always in September. The next item on Ways and Means is the Cash Fair, which this year was headed by Lori Glasscock, Michelle Napier, Lizzie Lewis, Christine Benix, and we are adding in Phyllis Seeley for next year. At least I think I'm adding Phyllis in. She can let me know later if that's not true. And then for the gala is the next item, and that is overseen by Kim Crump, Amber Mitchell, and Katie Toole. Next, we have the Scholarship Golf Tournament, which is in May, and that is overseen by Ken Evans, and now Lizzie Lewis has stepped up to help. And then our club sponsorships, which is a huge piece, and this year, Brett Herbeck was able to get, I believe it was the highest level of sponsorship, highest number of sponsorships we've ever gotten. So Brett did a great job with that. Under that also, we have licensing, which is the ABC and gaming permits, which Kim Crump does. And we're grateful to her for that because it is not a fun task at all. And then last on our Ways and Means is Polio Plus, which Phyllis Seeley has graciously decided offered to step up and oversee. As I'm assuming you can figure out what the Ways and Means Committee does is we are the group that is responsible for bringing all of the money into the club, or the majority of the money into the club, so that we can then turn around and do all of the good throughout the community and the world. The biggest thing I will say about this is that each of these events requires a lot of background work. Right now, most of the committees are okay in terms of that background piece. We might reach out as an event is coming up and ask for your support. But overall, I think the committees are okay for now, but we do need your assistance with the volunteership. We've noticed a bit of a decline lately with several of our fundraisers in terms of volunteers on the day of the event. And it's critical that we have those people to work the tables, to work the putting contest, to do costume stuff, and judging and all of that. And so we desperately need your help with that. And again, this is how we're bringing all of the money into the club. And so we need everyone to be a part of this so that we can continue to grow what we're bringing in and then also what we're putting out. And then in terms of upcoming events, Lori's already mentioned it. On November 10th, we have a Polio Plus event at the Bushel Pub, which is at the Apple House from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I think I got it all. Lori, is there anything else? Hello?
I must be frozen.
You're good.
Yeah, Lori is frozen. Were you guys able to hear me? I can't hear Lori.
Yes, we could hear you.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Any questions about any of the committees? No? Okay, thank you, Holly.
Thanks.
All right. Next, I'm gonna go to Club Service 1. Which is Lizzie. She's our board chair for Club Service 1.
A little bit of like a already situation happening at town halls, and you pay your bill paid online. So I'm Lindy Lewis, for those of you that don't know me, I have the privilege of serving as our director. So this is very much the administrative piece, the things that make the club still function. For example, our person in charge of so you got Sergeant at Arms, you have Debbie, Aaron, and my group. Our in charge of programs, which we truly appreciate them because without programs, you hear from us every week. It's Derek, Nick Foster, Kate Small, and Brett. Our person in charge of E is Katie, our wrestler. Membership is Rick Novak, as well as the classification portion of it. Our Rotary information person is Brett Hallback. Membership development, Miss Anita Bryant. New membership induction is Anita Bryant, and I believe Alan works on that. We all met up earlier today. We should have the attendance are everyone in this room knows getting off the director nominations is Kate, so she's bothering you to run the board. So now, be flattered. Now I'm talking to me today. I just said be flattered that she's bothering you. Because that's how I ended up. Documentation and roles. I believe that's really truly preserving all of the circumstances we're in. That's club fellowship and prop. Our discipline, I've written down as I believe that's
Changed.
if anyone's really jazzed and wants to talk about all of that. The Skyliners, so we've got 4 public images. So the Skyliners are really important out there. Really appreciate that. Practice where we are and how we're social media, record nails that. Nails it every week. They get really jazzed. Michelle Ross, make sure that our website is up to date. She's really good at that.
And then our traditional media stuff is kind of Brett, me, kind of whoever needs to. So, these are truly important things to make sure that we look legit. Our focus is legit. We do a lot of work, we raise a lot of money, we have a lot of events, we do a lot of stuff. And in order to make sure all those things function, we have to have people on all these roles to keep us all straight. So if you're ever interested in holding one of those extraordinary positions, more than happy to talk to you about it. Well, first I'll ask someone what they actually do, and then. Okay, cool. I was gonna make it up any, all right.
Thank you, Lizzie. All right, and then we're gonna go to club service two, which is Christie.
So I have the best job on the board, and that is I am in charge of service to which is the outreach. So I want to go over some of those. Let me just say, I talked to Lori about this. These are things that we've done in the past. We are always open to new ideas and new projects. We don't have to keep them the same as we've always done. But these are the list of projects we've done, and also a lot of them need additional people to come with them. So the first is Kent Fantastic, which Mac and George and Katie have been responsible for that. And there was a lot of camp last year because COVID, but we did support them through a virtual experience. So maybe someone can actually do that. The Jake which is the juvenile, diabetes research. Yes. So we are in the midst of raising money right now. It's a virtual walk. So far, our royal group is for 2007. So I'll let them go for that through November 30th. Salvation Army, there, and Army, I'm responsible for that. We support Salvation Army, but I ring the bell. I'll have more, and we're gonna get some big city right in. Okay, so we keep this, that's a lot of fun, and that's great. If you have children, or children, it's great. They can bring the families to do. And it's gonna take a lot of money. All of the money that I can make Salvation Army, so we hear them do. And one of the exciting things Salvation Army is doing is we're going to know that it's a lot of fun, we will see more of them. So hopefully that will change a lot of fun. You guys will help support Salvation Army and their projects in their. The Dawson Prison Basket Party, that a little bit. Great, and we get it. And what we do is we provide food baskets for those in the community who are hungry. And I did a little research, and I thought this was really interesting about food insecurity in our community. So 9.7% of watertown residents are suffering from food insecurity. That's a high number. So that's 3,860 people with approximately 2,250 people living within our town. And a lot of those folks do receive some government, but 80% of people that receive government support, their still food is still asked. So there's still a lot of issues over there. So our box food that we give away will help people through the holidays. I mean, unless you have to keep back our box is about $17,000. It's not now value. So it's a lot of money for that. Codes for kids. This year we partnered with the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church and Vincent and money. $1,000. So I'll codes for kids. Rising is hunger is harder than you've ever passed. We package up rice and soy and vitamins, and then we'll be provided. So for those, it's a lot of fun. I've never done one here, but in South Carolina, we did one with all kinds of internet. It's really awesome. So maybe we get to do that again. It's a lot of fun. Also for someone to do road cleanup. It's part of the road that's assigned to us.
On 522, right in front of the jail or Exalta, I think from Exalta to the Doubletree, and that's it.
So We haven't done that in a long time. So maybe we can kind of track it out there, but that was something that we all have to do again. So someone would like to be at that. In the past, we've also had a day of hearing that brought this on to us. We are the sponsors for the Boy Scout Troop 4. Brad is our representative of the Boy Scouts we at First Baptist. And that's the important this. Important to greet our community. Our son is an Eagle Scout, and so I think it's really one of the fun for them. Boy Scouts. Girl Scouts. Boy Scouts. Also, we did another class of study exchange bar, and we have been in charge of that. And then, so the loss of that.
Cool. Okay, thank you very much. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about youth, and with our youth, we are early active taking off. Early active is doing really well in our elementary schools, and so if you would like to be a volunteer to go into the schools and just do crafts, do things with them, teach them about what we do as Rotary. I know that Rachel would appreciate having anyone who could go into the schools and help out when they need us. They sort of give us a heads up when they want Rotarians to come visit. And we can get a clearance through you, and then you can go in and help out. Same goes with Interact, so that will be on the sign up too. There's also the ethics workshop, which we haven't done in a while. And it's been a little bit of a break with everything that we've been through. So trying to bring these things back is important. It's a great thing for the kids to get together and have situations and dilemmas and figure out what's the ethical thing to do. So that's sort of the basis of the ethics workshop. It just makes them think through as a group and decide how they would handle a situation pretty much based on the 4-way test. So we have educational excellence awards. We have a scholarships committee where we give away scholarships to seniors, and we have mock interviews, which is really important in this day and age because a lot of our kids do not know how to interview. And it's important that they can sit down with a Rotarian, a business owner, and you can teach them how to interview well so that when they go out and they're looking for a job, that's something that's possible for them, and they do well in their interview with a new employer. We have student athlete awards, student art awards. Amber, anybody for budget committee? Need some volunteers over there. So you don't have to do this forever and ever and.
I feel like I'm 4 years into like a life sentence.
We've only had 4 treasurers in 100 years, so.
And there's also the foundation committee. And so Katie, did you want to touch on some things for foundation?
So I'm gonna send you guys a video, those of you that were at District Conference this year, heard and make the, Sunday, a lady,
Ina.
It was Ina, sorry, she spoke, and it was, you know, I cried. It was wonderful. But I'm gonna send you the link that when she spoke to the Chicago, she was living in New York and as a child had polio. She tells her story like that. So a lot of times, especially say, why do we give this Rotary Foundation? And I'll be the first to say that service and supporting the local involvement, being more need supporting international. And came on from probably feeling that way, but it's something that I've always, you know, I've done here. But for those of us that are sustainers, and we can tell what I didn't have a club or sustainer every year. So I did the math, and so for a quarter, well, that's the Cambridge math, which is but it's 4 quarters of the year but per quarter, that for our half, and then our club half is you literally receive 2 kids polio vaccine. So when you get 460 kids polio vaccine, I think So, I mean, even just that, like, that's pretty amazing. Especially during stuff with polio, kind of creeping back in, I think the New York area and other places, but I think it's important for us to, keep supporting and stuff like that. Foundation also allows us to grant, allows us to work on projects. What else have we done? Grants. Everything I've seen.
Uganda.
We have huge water projects. So it happens, we can do low projects, international projects, again, it's not something that we necessarily see, but, I think anytime I encourage you guys, if you hear something like a Rotary project is happening, and it's a big Rotary growth, as we call it sometimes, that's still part of this. Like, it's something that we contributed to make possible. Polio, is such a huge thing, another big thing for Rotary peace. So I just ask, anytime somebody taps you on the shoulder to give the foundation or become a sustainer or whatever it is, consider it. Or it's gonna look, last year I brought up, you don't get points for giving. And those points you actually you give to other people. It could be, you can do it in memory of somebody that you know has passed, a parent, a wife, a friend, or whatever. Honor those people. And then you can also give somebody just won't be late, but somebody, like even like somebody did a great job, or somebody helped you do something, or whatever it may be, you can honor somebody by making them a Paul Harris fellow. And although many people outside of this probably understand what Paul Harris fellow is, we all hopefully kind of have an idea of what it is, and it is an honor. It's we just gave a significant amount of money, club actually, and a lot of clubs don't do, our clubs able to do that, so we continue to do that, and you made a big difference. And the thing I think is cool about Rotary World is the matching and growing, so like, our dollar turns into a lot. So anything that you can do, because it does come back locally, does go internationally, but unfortunately, just write a check, but again, 160 kids need to polio vaccine too, so it's very cool.
Cool. Thank you. Any questions on foundation? No? Okay, cool. I think one of the things I really like to, and I've heard Kathy speak a couple of times, is water and sanitation are big projects that we've done in Uganda and everything. But it always amazes me when someone else from another club talks about how they've done a project where they've gone in and supplied underwear and feminine hygiene products for these young girls in third world countries. It changes their life because now they get to go to school. They don't miss days every month because they couldn't go before. And they educate the community and educate the children so that they don't think that this young girl is cursed and, has something wrong with her or is diseased. These things are really important, things that we take for granted every day. And so just think about the changes that we make through these projects. That's what foundation dollars do, like Katie said. If you notice, when the board chairs were talking about who's leading up and everything, you hear a lot of the names repeated. And so one of the purposes of this today is it's a call to action. It's to get you to step in, it's to get you to be on a committee. Having a committee of 6 people is so much better than having a committee of 3, because if Blake wakes up and Berkeley's sick and she can't be there, you've got other people to rely on who are gonna fill in. If you wake up and you're sick, or you have something else that's happened in your family, you have someone else on that committee, so there is strength in numbers. So please look over the list, find what's best. Please reach out to the board chairs, reach out to anybody on the board, and we will help you find a spot where you can fulfill what you want to do as a Rotarian. And we appreciate it. We really do. It's what helps this club thrive. And it's important because, as you notice, as people move up in the board and take over being president, they need someone to fill their spot. That's going to be super important for Ken in this coming year, as he takes over his role as president come July or end of June. He needs someone to fill in and take the load and run with him on some of these committees that he's been serving on. Brett's moving up, and so we need somebody to step in and, take Brett's responsibility so that he can, go be a good district governor for us.
It's not done.
Okay, so, I think that's all I have, and I want to tell you, we have raffle. Right, girl. Huh?
For the Google, technology,
So a lot of the feedback that we got about dictionaries was that the children weren't really using them. I don't know how much, I know. I have mixed feelings about it because I did the dictionary project, so I love it. And I think that it really builds an avid reader. But we switched this year to support one book with one kind of middle school, so it's still a literacy project. Something I might come back to, I know that Shenandoah Valley Club has just picked up the dictionary project, they're very excited about it. So I don't think it's dead, but something we just sort of switched up for the moment. What's our? $19? Okay. $19. Our ticket is 200411. 200411. All right. Our next meeting is going to be right back here at the community center next Friday, November 4th. We're going to have Rusty Holland from Consumer Hotline speaking with us. I hear it's a fantastic program, so please be present. Everybody online, come in. We'd love to see you. Be here in person. If you'll stand and recite the 4-way test with me. The things we think, say, or do.
First is the truth. Second is fair to all concerned. Third will build goodwill and better friendships. Fourth, be beneficial to all concerned.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Downtown, support listing all the hard work done this weekend for hometown Halloween. I'll jump right on my. She's